This is the epic adventure across Switzerland with Dylan Rhodes and Urban Odyssey, and on this adventure we're doing it on the cheap. Well, actually, to say doing it on the cheap is a bit of an understatement, because we're pretty much doing it homeless. We were going to spend as close to zero money as we possibly could. We only paid for the absolute essential things, which are food, train tickets and petrol money. And other than that, we weren't paying a thing. Because you see, Switzerland is the most expensive country in the entire world, and we want to see how cheap could we actually do this. Well, if we didn't actually hire a car, could we have done it cheaper? Hiring a car is expensive, but trains in Switzerland are also bloody expensive, so I'm not sure. In total, for this holiday, I spent £200 for 5 nights. Well, for many people, that wouldn't be much money at all, because I've got hardly any money. For me, it's actually quite a bit of money. And just to put this into comparison, in Switzerland, we were doing it homeless, and it cost £200. Meanwhile, on my cheap flight adventure to Malta, which is also 5 nights, that cost just £100 and included hotel with breakfast included. So that should give you a little idea of quite how expensive Switzerland is. Right then, let's get this adventure started. Let's start off with a little lift at the train station at Geneva Airport. This lift goes in just 2 floors and travels 4 metres. And in most other parts of the world, this would just be some little cheap shithole rubbishy thing. But this is Switzerland, and since everything's so expensive here, I guess expensive lifts aren't so expensive for them, because this lift for this little job is an epic, full, intelligent Schindler R series with M series logic. A completely overspec lift for this little job. It's heavy duty and so well built, and the intelligent levelling is so awesome and perfect. And here's the lift at Geneva Airport.
Departure level. Fermeture porte. Door closing. Ouverture porte. Doors open.
So then, it's now time to go to sleep. But we're doing it homeless on this trip. So how are we going to do it? So we go to a 4-star hotel, but all of the upper floors are locked in the lift. Oh dear. So how are we going to do? Well, of course, by sleeping in the stairwell outside of the motor room door. But I don't want to sleep on the hard concrete steps. So we take the sofas on the ground floor of this hotel and put them into the lift. We then send the lift down and get on top of the lift and surf the sofas up to the top floor. Oh, the dodginess of this. But hey, we managed to get a good night of sleep. But before we go to sleep, it's first time for Dylan to surf the counterway. So then, here's our sleeping arrangement. With sofas we've surfed up from the ground floor outside the motor room door on his stairwell. And Dylan is of course sleeping in his hammock. Got a fairly good night's sleep. Got woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning by member staff walking up the stairwells, wondered what we were doing. We quickly left at that point. So then we now go along to Lausanne, and this is famous for being the smallest city in the world to have an automated metro. So let's ride it and see what it's like. And the metro is a bit like Line 14 in Paris. It uses Siemens' automated metro system, which is derived from the valve system. It's completely awesome, but its top speed has been massively reduced. These trains got so much power, yet they run them so slow.
bus de la ligne.
And now go along to the tram train metro line. This line is very interesting and the trains here are very nice. And now go along to a lift at a metro station, which is an Otis. So let's take a look around Lausanne. The whole city is on a hill. So then we now get back in our hire car and go along to our next destination. And Dylan of course goes car surfing as usual. And as we go into the Swiss Alps, the road has loads and loads of tunnels. It must have cost them a fortune to build this road. And now I go along to Interlaken, and I finally discover how you can actually get food not too expensive in Switzerland. And that is from Aldi and Lidl. I've never been so happy to see an Aldi and Lidl before, because all of the other supermarkets in Switzerland are so fucking overpriced. How can I get away with such fucking ridiculous prices? But Aldi and Lidl offer prices not that much more than what the prices would be at home. And now go along to the tallest building in Interlaken, which is a posh hotel, which has epic full intelligent Schindlers. I'm spoilt for nice lifts in Switzerland.
Oh, there's a touch sensor.
Plastic buttons.
They're not even... You need a key card, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You know, for the top.
No way.
See how fast is this going to be? I bet it's going to be nice. T, that is. Only 1.8. Oh, I wanted 2.5.
You'd think for a building like this, they would have a much faster.
Yeah, I was saying 2.5 or possibly 3.5, not 1.8. Have you ever seen that button in blue before? DT. Perfect levelling, as usual for Schindler.
It's pre-leveling.
Oh. 0.5 actually, yes, a bit faster than all. Reference points and pre-door bar.
You want floor 17, so the second to last floor, okay?
Yeah. There's less reference points on this than usual. Usually Schindler M series have more reference points than this. Oh yes. It was 1-to-1. Usually this model's 2-to-1 for a 1.8 model. Our pre-door bar's nice and large. You've got quite a bit of pre-door on that, more than normal.
I want to see how good safety is and the brake safety. Let me see.
You got to be careful of that because workers can see it.
Gone wrong. We're looking for a drone. That's what we've told security. Dylan's still on the roof because he's just going for it no matter what. If that security's onto him. Security told me to leave. And Dylan is hiding on the roof now. Oh shit. Security's looking for Dylan, but I think Dylan has disappeared onto a roof and has got no plans of coming back down anytime soon. And now go along and light a campfire by the lake. Here we are eating our barbecue next to the Swiss Alps. And I can see why people will say this scenery is spectacular. I've never been here before, but these mountains do look very impressive. And now we go along to a little rack and pinion railway, which we all wanted to surf. That's right, the dodginess continues. And we all gave it our best shot, but me and Dylan failed for surf and only Urban Odyssey managed it. And after that, it was pretty much baited out because all of the staff were onto us. And so here's a quick bit of video of Urban Odyssey's surf of this rack and pinion railway.
Hello. I'm sorry, do you speak English?
Are you stupid?
I'd like to think no. No, ma'am.
Are you stupid or what?
No.
Why you stay on the train?
Video.
No, you are crazy. This is not the way how you do it.
I'm sorry.
No.
I apologize. I do apologize.
Yeah, you don't do that.
No, I
You
understand.
go now straight.
Now go along to a little tiny hotel. This hotel seemed completely deserted as there's no staff about anywhere. And this hotel has a Schindler 3300 with capacitive buttons. And just like Spain, Switzerland also has the local guides, except they're a bit weirder than the Spanish ones. So then, local guides, surely at least you know of a cheap hotel here.
There is nowhere cheap. This is Switzerland, you idiot.
And now go along to the waterfall here. This waterfall looks very impressive. And there's a stairway going up behind the waterfall, so you can have a view of it from behind. Then we'd hop over the barriers that say you're not allowed to jump over them, because of course that's what we always do, to get a closer look at this waterfall. And now go along to the next hotel, which has some really nice Schindler M series.
100% orange. Is there a reserve floor in this? Are we on full? Oh no! That's not good. That means it doesn't work in all of them.
And along to the motorroom. No way. That goes to a wheel. It inverses the top floor, these are bottom drive lifts, because look, the motor's down there, goes through to a wheel, so the cable's coming down and round, so this is bottom drive. And we managed to get out onto the roof. So then, it's now time to sleep again. How are we going to manage to sleep the next night? But of course, more dodginess. In one of the hotels we're looking around, we find a little service room in the hotel where the cleaner keeps her cleaning trolley. This room just so happens to have a bed in it. Oh yes, very dodgy. This is where I slept. And this door actually had a little lock on it, so I locked it so the cleaner wouldn't burst in and find me sleeping here in the morning. But nevertheless, I got a good 7 hours sleep here, so yeah, I'm happy with that. I set my alarm so I could wake up before the cleaner arrived, and I'm so glad I did. Let's just say I got a bit too close to being caught. Dylan was sleeping in his hammock in the stairwell as usual, and he got caught and didn't manage to get as good a night's sleep as I managed to have. So before I leave this hotel, let's have a quick look at our lifts, which are some old lifts modernised into Schindler 3300s.